woman empowerment.
I have a question. So, would you want to marry a woman who can't stand on her own 2 feet as an independent, grown adult person? Is it yes or no?
No.
Okay. Would you, Rico, want to be with a woman who cannot stand on her own 2 feet, support herself, and move accordingly in life?
Based on everything
No,
you
no, no,
just
no,
said right
no,
now,
no.
Yes
It's
or no,
yes
babe?
or no.
based on every,
Yes
I'm
or it's no.
okay.
No. It's yes or no.
I'm not. I don't need to answer it your way.
Okay,
So like,
okay,
no, because because
if you don't answer it, let me finish my statement.
all right,
So
go ahead,
you
finish it.
said-
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you said no,
Mm-hmm.
and I always ask this question when there's a big brouhaha about independent women, this independent women that. So if men don't mind wanting to be with a woman who can actually take care of herself, she can cook for herself, clean, she can have a job, she might know how to mow the grass, she can do everything for herself. If you're saying that there's nothing wrong with you building a relationship and a partnership with that kind of woman, what is the big deal with men saying, well, women on their independent stuff, I don't want no independent woman? Like, truly, what is wrong with an independent?
I don't think it's
woman?
about being independent. It's about how you stand on your independence. Like if you and I are dating and you got a job and you know how to do whatever you want to do, and when I make a decision and say we about to do this, what you gonna say? Are you gonna battle me when I say we about to do X, Y, Z? Or you want to go here and I say we gotta wait? Or you want to go to Miami? I know you got the bag. I don't need your money. I'm going to Miami with or without you. So it turns into a battle when you know that you can stand on your own. Now you feel like that's why they say women need to be more. What do you say? Submissive.
Maybe
Because
she just
it's
doesn't
when
trust your
you say
leadership.
submissive, it ain't about like getting on your hands and knees, but it's about understanding and letting a man lead.
But
And
you
women don't want that no
She
more.
has to trust your leadership. Hold on, Alan. I think that's where we get lost.
That's exactly
a lot
where we
of
get
women,
lost.
right?
Yes, it is.
Don't trust the leadership
Let her
of their
talk.
men.
Fact.
And that's part of the problem. But the men, Rico was talking about these delusional guys, right? They're not really dudes, but in their mind, they're like, I'm that guy. No, you're just a guy with money. You're not a leader. Now
Right.
you get in a relationship with a woman and you're supposed to think that and she's like, you're a whole clown, my guy. I'm just with you because quote unquote, you have the money. And that's part
She's
of
a
the-
clown too. Then
She is a clown too, Rico. But
Like,
what
they're
I'm saying,
both
but
clowns.
my point is that a lot of men have that mentality that by virtue of you having a penis, that means you have leadership skills.
Right.
And you just may not have them. And maybe she's a better leader. So maybe you might have to sit down and talk. Maybe she's good at things, you're good at certain things. But it starts with having that discussion. Alan, get on the mic
wait, Alan,
because they can't hear you.
can I just please get this out before?
Can we touch on the fact that I think Rico said women just got theirs and you were like, oh, this is new money for women enjoying this freedom. Do you feel
No. I said give grace.
Yeah. So do you feel like historically, when a man went to seek a woman, he always went after a woman he could build something with? That was always his mind frame. I could build with that one. I could build with this woman. I could build a foundation, a family, and everything. And now that women have power, women have independence, they haven't developed the skills to seek a man they could build with. That's why a woman is always going to seek a man with money, a man that has a higher status, in opposed to the bus driver, because she hasn't developed the ability to identify someone you could build with. Like, that's a great father.
Maybe it's a good character.
Damn, Alan, that's the best. That's the best thing I've ever heard.
He's going to be a good husband.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna
She
take.
doesn't know how to identify that.
Women don't have
Because
vision
it's so used to
sometimes.
her. Because men, historically, we know how to do that.
Wait, I'm taking that by
Well,
the
I'm
way.
just questioning, how do you know how to
I was
do
about
it
to
when-
say historically you know how to
Yeah.
do that.
Well,
Women that we know we could build.
well, yeah, but that's how we're.
No. I want you to expound on that because
No.
if historically,
Wait, before we expound on anything, I gotta get what I wanted to
Alan
say
doesn't
out
have
before we
one,
switch the
so-
subject.
well, you're
Can't
right.
keep
So-
talking.
Before we switch the subject, this is the thing I want women to understand the difference, right? Women need to understand there's an entirely different difference between being self-sufficient and being independent. They are not synonymous.
What are they?
Just because you can work or just because you work, you take care of yourself and you handle your handle does not mean you're independent. you're self-sufficient. Because if you're a woman who does all those three things and cannot and refuse to not live without your spouse and your partner, that makes you a dependent, self-sufficient person. Same thing with a man. Same thing with a man, right? If a man says, hey, look, I can get the world, but I can't be independent and live on my own. There's a lot of men who can do all those things and still need a woman. That makes him a dependent, self-sufficient man. Now, when you're independent, it's a soul.
Synonymous?
It's
Is
not
it?
synonymous.
I'm
You don't
just
even know
saying-
the synonymous means one and the same.
No, that's what
We're
I'm
not talking
saying.
about
You
definition.
said it's not one and the same.
We're not.
What are we talking about?
I thought
He's saying they over
Self-
debate-
they're not
debating
off-
self-
they're
self-sufficient
not
and independent.
synonymous.
But I do
They're
think
not
there's a
synonymous.
difference, though.
Do
There
you
is a
have
difference.
privacy screen? Because I can't see it.
Yeah, she does.
Yes, she
I
did.
do.
So hold on,
but
before you do that, right?
the dictionary says they're the same.
They said that they're
By
same or
dictionary,
similar.
but they still
The
different,
same or
though.
similar.
I think
Because see, this is what happens. People need to understand etymology. The same and similar are not the same. That means they can be closely related.
No, but if a word says that, one is synonymous to the other, then that means the same.
Well, obviously, if it said it was synonymous, but there's not.
No, but you said it's not. So
Yeah, but we have. This is what happens. We get on a good point, and then this is what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Continue the
So they're not synonymous. So self-sufficient,
wrong.
self-sufficient, and independent are not always synonymous. So what ends up happening is women confuse being independent with being self-sufficient. Yes, you have the ability to work. Yes, you are great at finding ways to make money. Yes, you are great at taking care of yourself and even obtaining certain things such as a car and a house. But that does not mean that you are independent. A lot of people, especially men, I don't think men are independent beings.
Right.
I don't think that men go ahead and try to conquer all these things just to have it for themselves.
Right.
Like Alan mentioned before, men do these things and then they seek women that they can build with, that they can share with. That's what if I conquer this world, I don't want to conquer it myself. Shout out to Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp said that on his own platform, he went, and Shannon Sharp is a great, legendary, probably Hall of Famer, soon to be Hall of Famer, NFL player. He said
He in the Hall of Fame.
he's in the Hall of
Right,
Fame.
I was
All right,
thinking
cool,
that,
dope.
wasn't he?
So he's in the Hall of Fame, right?
I don't even watch it.
But-
I know.
More of the story is
Yellow Jacket.
he said himself that he did all these things and achieved all these accolades. But what was his one thing that he kind of regretted? The fact that he didn't have somebody to share it with.
But
Yeah, I
having
think
someone
the fact that he
to share it
didn't-
with is, I get that part, but that doesn't mean that you're not
That should,
independent.
yes, it does.
I don't think
This is-
that means that you're not independent.
Well, shout out to the Porter family.